In an age where your favorite franchises are increasingly co opted by tourists who couldn't give a flying flip about anything outside their own ideology, there's one group of people working to bring you entertainment you can love: the Iron Age. It's not so much a movement as it is just a band of independent creators who want to tell stories their way for people who just want entertainment to be fun again. And if you're willing to give them a chance, they'd love to share their work with you. One other project that I wanted to cover tonight, because this is one that actually the campaign ended before I started doing the indie highlight stuff, and I really like the idea of it. So share screen. So this guy decided he was going to do sci-fi manga. And here we have the Amaranth Angels Second Chance campaign up on Indiegogo. Now, basically, what he's doing here is he's making a whole like tankobon volume for this, and has his multiple variant covers like you would with a comic book. And I'll get into some of the commentary in a on it in a bit, but he has the synopsis right now, right here. So Saya Nishizawa was a starfighter pilot prodigy, flying alongside her big sister Kurenai in the Amaranth Angels Performance Squadron, where they conducted elaborate flying demonstrations and competed in mock battles, which they nearly always won. Things were perfect until tragedy struck and Kurenai lost her life in a sudden accident. Scarred by this, Saya wanted nothing more than to run as far from a starfighter cockpit as possible. So she resigned from the squadron, left Earth to start a new life at a new school on a space station near the edge of the solar system. However, fate has a way of forcing people back to their calling. When the station comes under attack by an unknown alien force, Saya and her friends, caught completely unprepared, need to fight in order to survive. But when the smoke clears, the five of them are stranded far from home and thrust into a far bigger fight than they could have ever imagined. Fly into action with the first 200-page volume. So that's about on par for your standard tankobon issue. And I have one right here. Usually, like, generally, they're entirely black and white. You might get a couple of art pages. And look, I like the concept. I like manga. So this is kind of like right in my wheelhouse. The only thing that I'm seeing. Sorry, what is this? It's a original sci-fi adventure manga done fully in manga style, including being drawn to be read from right to left. It's cute girls doing military things story in the vein of anime like Girls and Panzer, High School Fleet, the Magnificent Kotobuki, and Licorice Recoil is actually a really good one. This, yeah, so pretty stereotypical manga stuff. Oh, wait. The first 31-page prologue chapter is available to read free over at WebToons. That's a preview. Okay. Interesting. Now, one of the things I'll point out before even getting into like some of the art stuff is I don't know how to feel about some of these ship designs. Like this one I kind of like, and this one over here I kind of like, but some of them are a little too eccentric for my tastes. But that's just a initial thought on that kind of stuff. If it will properly load. So backing this campaign, so Indiegogo does this thing where it's all or nothing. If it does fund, or sorry, it automatically has to sorry, I'm biffing my words here. So Indiegogo is set up to be a site where like you have to publish and like fulfill orders regardless of whether your campaign is funded or not. That is the risk with Indiegogo versus Kickstarter, where if the project does not fund, no money is ever withdrawn and nothing happens. So the reason that it seems that he chose Indiegogo for this is because he intends to fulfill these orders. He's just giving people a second chance to buy the books because he's already had one full campaign go for this. He's been working on it for months now. Where is their interior artwork example? So this is one of the things I do want to point out about um the interiors. Some of it feels like generic. And what I mean by that is when I pick up a manga, I can here, let me see if I can remove that from the stage. I'll pull Don Don back out. So when I pick up something like Don Don, if I can show you, like it has a unique style, it has very detailed artwork. It is in and of itself stylized. It has its own unique look. However, with Amaranth Angels, it feels like it's almost too clinical with the artwork. I'm still going to give it a shot because manga, indie project, it's something I respect. But what it gives me is the very, very generic romance manga art style, is what it looks like. The clinical, by the book, mass produced artwork. Because I feel like I've seen these like designs and stuff before. Like that almost looks like proper anime design there. And then you of course get into some of his other stuff that he's put up here. Point is, I see some things that might not fully live up to expectations, but I like the concept of it. I'm very interested in it, and I do think I will enjoy this regardless. So, if anyone is interested, I will copy the link. Oops, it's and post it here. And y'all can go check it out. I mean, for the first, it's another issue that I would say it has with this is it's like double the price of a normal tankobon, and the obvious reason for that is this is one person or two people doing this project versus an entire industry that has printing deals and all that. Which is when it comes to indie stuff, that's why I'm okay with paying more because I understand that it is rough to get started, especially like and not have to rely on big publishers because those big publishers can screw you over. They can mess with your artwork, they can, demand changes and all that. That's why I generally encourage shopping indie and or publishing indie, and why I'm okay with spending a little bit more for indie projects. Because I know at the very least, when it comes to indie projects, people are out there like really trying to make something that they're passionate about. Yes, this is kind of what I'm alluding to. A generic artwork will not hold a great story back, but a bad story will absolutely ruin amazing artwork. I'm just speaking from a very idealistic position on it to where I would like to have both great artwork and great story. But not everything can be berserk. Thanks for watching the video. You never know where you're going to find your next favorite read and your next favorite series, which is why I like to do these videos. If you're interested in the book, the link will be down in the description, as well as a link to the full-length episode of Animated, the show I do every Saturday at 6 Central. Feel free to tune in to the live sections of the show, or just catch the clips here on my channel. Anyway, thanks for your time. Hope you have a good one. Later.